He's an example of a successful leader. I know the cup is coming home. It's not yet home. We believe God that the cup will come to England. But I took our time to read about um, the recent success of uh, the England manager, the success he has achieved so far, Gareth Southgate. I was reading The Guardian, and what I saw there is that his success boils down to clarity and individual responsibility. Clarity and individual responsibility as a leader of a team, as a manager of a team, so that the success we have seen so far with Gareth Southgate boils down to clarity. So that means he is very clear with what he's doing. He's not muddled up. He's not listening to every voice. Because as a team manager, a lot of people will have opinions. A lot of people will tell you, oh, do it that way, do it that way. Last time we talked about being assertive, being able to say no without feeling guilty. So that's one of the qualities of a leader. So for you to work in clarity as a leader, just as Gareth Southgate, you must be clear on what you want and what you're about to achieve, what you intend to achieve. Very important. So that will give you clarity. There's no obscurity, there's no guesswork, there's no beating about the bush. So you are not taking ideas and opinions from everybody, but you do your homework and make up your mind that this is what I want to do. This is how I'm going about it, and this is my target, and that is a very big quality which I took out from him. And talking about targets, my book, recent book, is titled On Target. If you want to stand out, if you are a leader, if you are a manager, if you are a supervisor, if you are manage whatever you are aiming at and you want to achieve, you need to hit the target. You need clarity. Get that book, On Target, on Amazon, and you can also get it on Kindle, free Kindle app, or you can buy your hard copy. Now let's go back to Gareth Southgate as an example of a successful leader. Even if he doesn't bring the cup home, he has succeeded because for how many years, for decades now, England had tried to even be in the semi-final. They had not achieved it. But this guy, cool guy, professional himself before, and who has achieved other feats in the past, met the team in a unaccomplishing situation, but he turned it around. And according to the Guardian, one of the attributes and the qualities they found out in Gareth is he is a man that is about clarity and individual responsibility. So he takes responsibility. He does not put his responsibility on every other person. He does not put responsibility on the team, on the players. He does not put it on his coaches. He does not put it on anybody. He takes responsibility. That is a very important quality of a leader. So if you want to be a leader in any form, you want to get into leadership position, those that want to take you on are looking at your ability to be clear, ability to be responsible and to take responsibilities. So very important. The second thing they noticed about Gareth um, Southgate is that he is a man who is about things that seem um, opposed to tribal politics. He is opposed to tribal politics. You know, in football, in leadership, at times there's tribal matters, and instead of what is best for the company, what is best for the business, some people play politics. Like in the team, you know, they may favor some colors, they may favor some particular um, players instead of looking at who is good, who is best for the business, who is best for the team, who is best to help us bring the trophy back home. He overlooked that. He included everybody that was important, everybody that had the quality to win the game. He did not look at the background or where they're coming from. He just made the choice on merit. That is what a leader should be. That is one of the qualities that you must have if you want to be a good leader. You should be able to go beyond tribal politics, tribal sentiments. This one is my friend. This one is my color. This one is from my background. This is my race. No. So if you want to be a global leader, you should be able to be open, be receptive to anybody, discover skills, discover people who are skilled, and not just on sentiments, those who are in your good book. No. So that is one thing they found in him. Another thing that they discovered about Gareth Southgate is that he is a voice of tolerance. A voice of tolerance. Every good leader is a tolerant person, because when you are a leader, you will meet people who know their onions, who know what they are doing. You also meet people who are still novices, people who have attitudes, people who have characters, people who are bringing in different things into your team. But a good leader is one who is tolerant. At times, people could be childish. People can perform below expectation. If you are not tolerant, you will disregard, or you will not maximize the potential in that person. So as a good leader, you tolerate some people's excesses. You look for the best in them. You look out for the best in them. Look out for the good in them. Use the good in them. Use the best in them, and forget the excesses. Forget the mistakes, and still bring them in. That is one thing Gareth Southgate has stood for. You know, that's one thing he has stood for. We have not had him criticizing any of the team members in the England squad. So if you are a leader, take a clue from Gareth Southgate. You know, it's one of the things God delivered me from as a person, the critical spirit. There's constructive criticism, but not judgmental one. So as if you are aspiring to be a leader, you must come to that place where you are not this person who is always castigating, aspersions, who's castigating, looking down, intolerant, name calling, judging people by their past, by their mistakes, by the errors they may have made in the past. No, you must overcome that if you want to be a standout, a leader that stands out. Another thing I read from the same newspaper Guardian. Meanwhile, I read it online newspaper Guardian online. One thing they said about Gareth Southgate, which is good for any aspiring leader, anyone who is in leadership position, or you're aspiring tomorrow to get onto the board, board of trustees, board of companies, you want to go into politics, you want to be manager somewhere, a successful one at that. uh, the first thing they said is that he is a man of clarity, and he's a man that takes responsibility, individual responsibility. He does not use blame game, blaming everybody, exonerating himself. No, he took responsibility. Is the Another thing they said about him is that he was opposed to tribal politics in football. So, as a manager, wherever you find yourself, you must be above that, be above tribal politics in your appointments, in your relationships, in whatever you're doing, in any business where you find yourself. Let it not be about your color. Let it not be about your race. Let it not be about who is this, who is that. But let it be about the quality somebody is bringing, what is in this person. Let it be about what is best for business. No sentiment, no friendship, no relationship. So we have to go beyond that. Now, the third thing they said is voice of tolerance. Now they said that Southgate is interested in truth, detail, kindness, and rigor. If you are a leader, can you say that about yourself? Are you somebody that can flatter people even when they know that they're not achieving? Or are you someone who can see someone down and say, look, you are doing very well here, but this area you need to upgrade, you need to maybe enroll in a course, or you need to improve in this area. If you want to be a standing out leader, a leader who stands out, you must be able to tell people the truth in love. Tell them truth in love. So he's a man that is interested in truth. and in details. As a leader, don't make assumptions. Don't stand there assuming that that person is not playing because something will happen. No, find out from them the details why they're underperforming, the details why they're always making excuses, why their mood is fluctuating. You must find out. Don't be like Gareth Southgate. Here, a leader who knows his onions is kind. A leader is kind. We have I from Africa have lived in a place where leaders are so harsh, leaders are so bossy. That's what makes them leader. So they more harsh they think they are. Shout at people. When they come out, everybody's cowering down. That is not leadership. That is autocratic. Being autocratic in this era, in this moment, in this age, that does not work anymore. A good leader will be tolerant, you'll be kind, you'll be approachable. Yeah. So these are qualities you need. So that he brought to England football team these qualities because there was so much slack before he came in. There were a lot of slack. So his character, his outlook, and willingness to challenge existing structure helped him. Remember, we are talking of Gareth Southgate as a leader. We are using him as a case study. So, how did he achieve the success for the England team this year, this Euro 2020? So, he said his character, his outlook in life, you see, his character, he's firm. He's a man who is firm, who knows what he's looking for. He's a man who is approachable, yet he is firm. His outlook is not like um, a tribalistic man, a racist, and all that. But his outlook, his broad outlook, seeing everybody as who they are and not what according to his own expectation, and the willingness to challenge existing structure. The England team had structures which obviously failed to achieve what he has achieved. When he came, he challenged that. He changed things, he changed status quo. And now England has won their semi-final for how many decades now? That's powerful. So if you are a leader wherever you are, if you were to be in Gareth Southgate's shoes, do you think you would have won the semi-final? If you said no, genuinely, then you need to really study those qualities I mentioned earlier. Now, everything I have talked about Gareth Southgate boils down to people skills. People skills, very important. Everybody is not a cliche. Everybody talks about people skills, but how many people actually have people skills? How many people are displaying it in places of leadership? How many? So, how do you improve your people skills? How do we improve our people skills and win trophies and win great feats and become very effective with people, become very effective in what we do? How can we improve that? I want to help you there. I want to help you. Um, so you see, we all make mistakes, but many people are either blind to their mistakes, to their faults, or they refuse to acknowledge them. Some people refuse to acknowledge. Everybody say, yes, I have people skills. You have to sit back and acknowledge, yes, this I think I'm trying, maybe in this area I need to improve. Take responsibility. Gareth Southgate is a man that knew how to take responsibility, as we read the testimony about him on the Guardian newspaper. So now, for you to have people skills, it boils down to your character. Character, they say, determines your what. Character determines your what? Your what. So the Bible says, if whether you're a Christian or not, it's very important you listen to this. The Bible says, counsel in the heart of a man is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Counsel in the heart of man is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. You can find that in Proverbs chapter 20, verse 5. That's Old Testament, yeah? So now, if you want to improve on your people skills as a leader, what do you do? Fine. First, you need to find out. You can go to God and say, God, how do I come across? Do I come across as aggressive? Do I come across as contentious? Do I come across unapproachable or approachable? Do I come across as a team leader? You know, ask God. If you can't hear from God, look at the Bible. The Bible will tell you, the Bible is like a mirror. The Bible can mirror you, tell you, yes. When you read the Bible, you will know whether this is speaking of you or you are far from it. If that is still hard for you, you know what you do? Ask those who are close to you, those who will tell you honest truth, hard truth, those who love you genuinely, and they will tell you where you're performing well and where you're underperforming. So, what do? You can go to somebody and say, how do I come across? Be genuine with me. How do I come across? In my dealings as a leader, as an individual, how do I come across? They will tell you the truth. They will tell you the truth. They may tell you, oh, wow, you are really good with people. You're always smiling. You have good listening skills. Or they may say, well, you are like this, but there is this thing you need to change. That is the starting point to improve your people skills. How do I come across? Do you come across as somebody who is chatty? You call somebody who is friendly, so you make friends easily. You fit into places very easily. Are you charismatic? Are you playful? Or are you the one who is playful during important or work time? You could be very playful, which is fantastic, which is a plus for you. But if your plays go into important times of play, you can't differentiate when to be serious and when not to be serious. That is a negative because it puts people off. People want somebody who knows when to be playful, and then when there is work needed, when it is serious time, you are serious, you get things done. So people gravitate towards such people. And as a leader, if you want people to gravitate towards you, you must differentiate when it is playtime and when it is a serious time. Then you comport yourself seriously. So, or are you the person that will say you're always serious and engrossed in yourself? At times we don't know. We become antisociable person when you're engrossed in yourself, you're always serious. Yes, there's always work to do, but there's also a place to play where you relax, where you can be a human, talk to other people, find out what is happening in other people's lives, and also let them know that you are human, things that are happening with you. Don't feel that your life is intact every 24 hours and everybody you look as if you're a robot. No. So you need to find out from people how you come across. You may not know until somebody tells you. I was listening to these comedians yesterday. They were being interviewed. I just watched it. Somebody as Aloma, Zik Aloma, and this other lady that asked, oh, what's her name? One that says, hello, how may I help you? I forgot her name. And the interviewer asked her, how did she go into comedy? She said that people told her that every time she spoke, she was always funny. You can see the power of that. So, once in a while, assess your people skills as a leader and as an aspiring leader. Once in a while, assess your people skills. Listen to hear what people do. Do people come gravitate to you easily? Assuming you're a manager right now or you're a supervisor right now, do people gravitate to you or they bypass you to talk to somebody to talk to you? That is something you have to look out for. So don't rely on your own assessment alone. Don't rely on your assessment alone. I have mentioned it before. Assess yourself with the scripture. Look at what the Bible says. Like let's give an example. Bible says the fruit of the spirit is love, patience, and all that. So you look at yourself. Am I really a patient person? Am I faithful in what I do? Am I long suffering? Am I meek? So you can see, the Bible can help you to assess yourself. Now, so we don't just earn, we don't just learn special skills or knowledge. We must also learn from people. At times, we learn from people how not to behave, not just how to behave, how not to behave. Because at times we are doing very well and we communicate with people. The Bible says that evil communication corrupts good manners. You could have good manners, then you will notice people whose behaviors are not right. You can either learn from them not to behave that way, or you start behaving that way. So it's very important you learn how not to behave. When you see somebody behaving abnormally who is not courteous, you should be able to say, I don't like that. I wouldn't like to be like that, and work on yourself so you don't. So, and also you also learn what not to do and why not to follow in some people's footsteps. It's not just, oh, I don't want to behave, I don't want to do things like this person, but you also need to know, why should I not follow in their footsteps? Why? Because if you don't know the reason, you will go back and start following that footstep. Let me give you an example. If you know somebody who is always an impulse spender, spending, and they always spending even when they don't have, they spend more than they get. If you keep on associating without looking at it, you say, okay, if I should do this, how will I come across? How will it impact me now and in the future? You will find yourself doing the same. So you have to find out, how do I not follow in some people's footsteps? Because a wise man learns from his mistakes. A wise person, a wise man, woman, boy, girl, we learn from his own mistakes, but a wiser man, a wiser person learns from the mistakes of others. A wiser person learns from the mistakes of others. Now, let's go back. How do you improve your people skills? Number one people skill you need is to project yourself mentally into other people's circumstances. Remember, this is a leadership masterclass. How to lead like Gareth Southgate, the manager of the English team in this Euro 2020. If you want to be a good leader, because one of the things Gareth Southgate had to deal with is to understand 24 individuals under him, to be able to understand them, motivate them to work as a team and win a trophy. It's not easy. So if you are a leader in the church, in your workplace, in the secular place, wherever you find yourself, you're in the board or your board of trustee, the board of a company, you're a politician, one of the things you must do first is to always project yourself mentally into other people's circumstances. Like, let's go back to Gareth Southgate. As a manager, maybe one day they come for practice, and one of them is sluggish. You cannot just start screaming and shouting and giving orders. What a good manager would do is to watch the person after the whole practice, pull the person aside and project. So could it be that this person maybe did not have enough sleep? Could it be that there was a problem at home before this person come? You don't just jump into judgment. So you pull the person aside. So if you're a church leader, you're a leader in any capacity, you must improve. You must learn how to always project yourself mentally into other people's circumstances. So you put yourself in their position. Should I be in this person's position? What I'm asking the person to do, will I be able to do it? Give him my personal circumstance or domestic circumstance. So things may seem simple as a leader and straightforward, but consider if other people feel the same way. The people you lead, things may feel very easy, very straightforward to you. You may in your house, you may have maids, you may have drivers, you may have understanding spouse, you may have enough money, you may have food in your house. Then the people working under you, do you know whether they're having a housing problem? You know if they have a rent problem, whether they have problem with their spouse, with their children or something, and so they come to work, they're sluggish, they are not performing the way you expect them. And so, if you are a good leader who can project yourself mentally in their shoes, you will, the first thing that will come to your mind is, this is not this person. This is not the person I know. Something is going on there. But somebody, anyone who is not a good leader will not care. All you will say is, after I'm paying you, I don't care what is happening in your life. I pay you, so you are here to work. No, that's not how to lead, especially if you're a child of God. If you're a Christian, that's not how to lead. Jesus always projected himself into other people's situations. He always felt. That's why the Bible says how he went about doing good. He was compassionate. So that empathy, that compassion, it will really help you as a leader. Number two, remember the first one I mentioned is project yourself into other people's circumstances. Number two skill you need to improve your people's skills as a leader, as a potential leader, is kill assumptions. You must kill assumptions. Assumption is when you have you fed yourself, you feel good, everything feels nice, you drove into the office and you just feel, wow, today is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and I will be glad in it. Then you assume that everybody feels the same way you're feeling. So somebody says, walk in another man's shoes to understand how to support them. So once in a while, as a leader, you can have a chat with those you are leading. Have a chat with them, no matter how their level. Could be a gate man. Sit down with a gate man, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and find out what is happening in their lives. Don't assume. Don't assume. Assuming will not help you. It will mess things up. When you assume, you make a lot of errors. Number three, adjust your expectations. Adjust your expectations and perceptions of others. Adjust your expectations and expectations of others. At times we are expecting too much. We look at this person, maybe we have listened to them speak, and they speak so intelligently. Now we assume that, wow, this will be so good in that position. That person will be so good in that position just by that one off. That's wrong perception. That's wrong expectation. You're expecting the person to pull off something they don't know just because you had them speak eloquently. Eloquence is different from being skilled, having a skill in a particular area. So, as a leader, if you are preparing to get into a leadership position, one of the things you have to really address is to adjust your expectations of people. Don't expect too much from people. Where you are very confident, somebody tells you, I will be there 10 a.m. You know you can be there 10 a.m. if you make that promise, but don't expect that everybody who tells you that they will be there exactly. So give that room. Give that room that they may mess up, they may disappoint you, they will not come. It will also help your heart, your mind, it will help your mind so that your expectation is not dashed and you are not disappointed. So we cannot be naive in that area. We have to give room for people to fail. We have to give room for people to make mistakes. You have to give room for people to disappoint so it doesn't hurt you. So you must adjust your expectation. It's the same thing happens when you are getting married or when you are married. You've seen this man, you adore this man, he looks like a saint. He looks like he has no fault. I don't know if you have had people when they are wedding or when they are courting, the kind of languages they use about the person. Then you get married, you get home, then your eyes open. You discover that the scent you have seen has some flaws, has some attitude, some behaviors. What do? If you have already prepared yourself, you're a person who can adjust your expectation. You will quickly adjust and say, well, this person is normal, it's a woman. This is normal. And you don't get so disappointed that you want to run away. You want to end the marriage in the next 1 month because this is not what I was expecting. Give them room. So the same thing happens in the workplaces. At times You are working with somebody above you, and before you started working with them, you esteemed them so much. You saw great qualities in them. Then the moment you start working with them, you become close to them, you discover that they have their own frail areas. They have their own areas they are struggling with. Some people cannot handle it, so that's why they begin to talk about the person that they adored before. They begin to rebel. They begin to some. We begin to reveal the secrets. That is wrong. So adjust your expectations always and perceptions of people. Adjust it. It's one thing that will help you as a leader. So that when you step in as a leader, when people perform beyond your expectation, it's not a shock to you. When also people perform below your expectation, it is not a shock to you. So it's like you're adjusting your expectation and perception. It's like a shock absorber for you. So already you have already taken the shock before you meet the shock. So you are prepared for anything. Because as a leader, you will see anything. Your most loyal person can wake up tomorrow and be your greatest enemy. I don't know if you are in the UK, you will know about the Prime Minister Boris Johnson. He had a right hand man who has always been there, and suddenly, I think I don't know people according to what they said, because Boris Johnson had this new wife now, then not wife yet. That time, girlfriend, and she also I think worked in the same cabinet office or something like that. So this lady and the man were always misunderstanding. So I think it shocked the man that Boris Johnson now got engaged or got involved with the lady, so he couldn't reconcile it. This was one of the greatest loyalists of Boris Johnson, and the man resigned and started saying all sorts of things, yeah, trying to tear the prime minister down, trying to castigate him. But Prime Minister Boris Johnson is a man who has been betrayed again and again. So his expectations of people, he has adjusted his expectations and perception. So he's ready for anything. So if you want to be a leader, whether in politics, in church matters, in secular work, in anywhere you want to be a leader, in wherever you work, it is an employer. If you want to be an employer, you must adjust your expectation and your perception of people. Don't see anybody as saint, complete saint. Don't see anybody as very excellent. Don't see anybody as your greatest confidant. Always have create room that this person may fail tomorrow. This person may disappoint. This person may abandon. Always have that. It will help you. Then see good in others. Always see good in others. Don't only see good in yourself. See good in other people. And the best way to show that you see good is to praise people openly. As a good leader, you should be somebody who should praise people openly, pat people on the back, and let people know that, yes, I know what I'm doing, but I think you are doing very well as well. Not always take the credit only to yourself. Give credit where it is due. The staff who does extremely very well, don't be afraid that if you give credit, people will no longer honor you. They'll start honoring the person. No. In fact, people will honor you more for acknowledging that your subordinate is doing very well and you say it openly. So, very important. Number three, be empathic. Be emphatic. You must be empathic. You must care for people. You must, let it not just be about the profit. Don't put profit above people. If you're a leader, do not put profit above the people. Do not put profit above the people. It's not just about business. It's not about the well-being of your staff. It's very important. Because if you neglect the well-being of your staff today, if they leave, the next people coming, they will tell them. So build yourself up where you can feel people's pain as a leader, as a manager, as a supervisor, as an elected person, where you are not still. You are not still. You don't even know that people are crying. You don't even know that people are suffering. You wouldn't know. So people, you are leading people, but they are very far from you. No. Number five is your smile. As a leader, wear smile as one of your regalia, as one of your dressing. Smile should be one of your dressing as a leader because it creates an ambient environment, a conducive environment. When all the staff, let's give an example, all the staff are in the office and you are coming, you're the last to come in, whatever atmosphere you bring in will stay. If you come in with a big, broad smile and hug people or shake people's hands, it disarms everybody. Everybody relaxes and do the work from their heart. But if you come in scruffy and squeezing your face, frowning and shouting and moving like a soldier, that day, in fact, people will focus on your look, your attitude, than on the work they're doing because they are worried. I don't know what I'm going to do now. Or what if this man or this woman comes in here now? What happens? So, wherever you find yourself as a leader, there was a time back in the days when I love fasting, but these days I've not been fasting like that. I used to fast so much. In fact, Sundays we don't eat in our house in the morning until after church. So at times I've prayed so much in the night that I feel so much anointing on me that when I get into church I don't smile. I just frown as if that is my crown and of reward. And I didn't know people were noticing it. They would say, "Oh, are you alright?" Which is not good. So I had to find out from people how do I come across. And also hearing people asking me that, I had to put back my smile. Even though I'm fasting, even if it's 3 days dry, even if whatever happens, I'm not happy. I wear a smile, and I discover people are so just people um, feel the openness in me, and you see people gravitate towards me. Very important. So it took me time to realize that my face is my billboard. Can I say it again? It took me time to realize that my face is my billboard. Your face is your billboard. That's why they say that first impression matters. Your face is your billboard. When people see you, you are the first thing they see is your billboard. Then as you're advancing closely, they begin to notice other details, your clothing and the contours and all that. But the first thing that people get is your what? Smile. That's why if you're going for an interview, one of the greatest qualities you must wear is your smile. You don't go there like, okay, I know this is interview, I have to be really serious. No, they will love you when you smile. So if you aspire to be a leader, if you're a leader, please know that your smile is your billboard. So your smile is your unspoken and most powerful communication. Your smile is your most unspoken and most powerful communication. At times you wouldn't need to talk, you wouldn't need to say a word, but that smile, you're sitting across the board meetings, okay, like a politician. One of the things that helped me as as a politician was when we went to council meetings. Whether you are in my party or in the opposing party, I'm always you. Once you look across, I'm smiling. So I didn't have enemies in the chamber. So I was always everybody. There's nobody that would meet me and say, "Oh, that I wasn't friendly." No, I cut across. I mean, my friendship did not have the boundary of my party. I was friendly with everybody. I was always see my smile, and always say, "Oh, that woman is always smiling." I have time when I frown my face, but as a leader, I have known how to wear a smile at every time because a lot of people depend on you. Your feelings can bring people's mood down. Your smile can raise people's mood as well. It can give people hope by your smile. So, and where best can people get hope than from their leader? So, if you are a leader, wear the smile. It is your billboard. It is the most important weapon you have. It's an unspoken communication. It can communicate approval. So, and it's your advertisement. It is your advertisement. Yeah, it is your advertisement. So don't walk around with your worries on your mind if you're a leader. Being a leader means being ahead, not being the boss, not being the head. Just being ahead. That means you are ahead of people in you have mastered your emotions. You do not allow your emotions to be written all over you, to lead you. So it's about you have self-awareness. It's about self-awareness. So you don't wear sadness on your face. Don't walk around with your worries on your face. You have to take hold of your circumstances. Do not allow your circumstances to control your mood. There are people, a lot of people who are going through some terrible situations, people who are in very horrible circumstances. They are just looking for something to give them a glimmer of hope. So you be that glimmer of hope just by your smile. It's an advertisement. So do not walk around with your worries on your mind as a leader. Your mind or your heart is meant to carry your issues. So don't carry them on your face. Your mind and your heart. So that's why you have to get grip of your emotions. You have to get grip. Learn how to handle your emotions. Don't allow the bad circumstances to control your whole day, looking so miserable. If you're a leader and you're always looking miserable, anxious, worried, how will people around you then? How do you expect them to cope? Because they will say, well, if our leader cannot handle this, we are not able to handle it. So do not carry your burdens on your face. Let them be carried in your heart, because your face always affects others negatively or positively, including your most understanding and loyal friends and fans. Your most understanding and loyal fans are affected by the advertisement you carry, by your billboard, your face. So always wear a smile. Wearing bright, smiley countenance is welcoming. It is welcoming. When you wear, broad smiles, it is welcoming. You walk into a place, you brighten everybody. It's like the light, the light bulb. Just switch it on, and everybody, bring the light. Remember, you are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are like a city set on a hill. So it is very important we wear smiley faces. It makes people make you approachable and attracts others to you. And any leader that wants to stand out, you must attract people to you. You should be able to attract people. Even your enemies should be able to be ashamed because as they are smiling, they don't know what is in your heart. So what will they do? They'll gravitate towards you. So always use your face to send positive messages that will lift others up. As a leader, as an aspiring leader, team leader, supervisor, manager, pastor, whatever you are, coordinator, always use your face to send positive messages that will lift others up, because it conveys faith, it conveys optimism, kindness, and also concern for others. Your smile conveys strong messages. It conveys that you carry faith. When everybody is is worried, is anxious for what is happening, and you come in, you are aware, they know you are aware of what is going on, but you come in there with bright smile. It conveys faith. Okay, if our leader can be smiling, that means he has an answer for that. You may not even have the answer, but that's what we are conveying. So your smile conveys optimism. It also conveys your kindness and your concern for other people. So always carry your billboard right. Let your billboard exude joy, happiness by the smile you carry. So it's very important. Use your face as a leader. Don't be the one that is frowning, come out from your car. Everybody knows I'm the boss. The boss is here. Then you squeeze your face. You're looking down on people. You're screaming at people. No. Carry a smile. Somebody may be coming from a very broken home. Somebody may be coming from a very pitiable circumstance. So that smile you give them can be what will make their day. It could be like medicine to them. It could be the healing balm they're looking for. That simple smile. I didn't know about it before. I learned about it and I love to wear a smile because it is my billboard. That's why if I'm driving, in the UK, people just want to be on their own. But I discovered that anywhere I go, my children ask me, "How come you make friends easily?" Because I smile. So, and when you smile, people want to know more about you. They want to be around you. They want to hear what you want to say. So, I like carrying and wearing a smile on my face. It's very important. So, let your face convey your inner feeling. Let your face convey your inner feeling. Feel positive and let it convey it. It's very important. So, train yourself also to look for good in every situation. Train yourself to look for good in every situation. People are attracted to positive people. As an aspiring leader, people, excuse me, okay. Oh, somebody is requesting to be in my video. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me see. Sorry, I am on Instagram. Yeah, people aspire to be with people who are positive. So if you want to be a leader, you want to be an influencer, you want to be um, somebody ahead. Your smile is important. Your people skills is important. You must improve it. You must improve your people skill. Your outlook. You must improve your outlook where you can relate with anybody that has breath, no matter their culture, no matter their background, no matter their color, no matter their whatever. You can work with anybody and influence people wherever you find yourself. So these things will help you. Remember, I used Gareth Southgate as a case study today, the manager of the current England team that won the semi-final in the um, Europe 2020, Southgate. So we talked about improving your people skills. And then the first thing I mentioned is that once in a while, you must assess um, your people skills. You must assess your people skills. Don't rely on your own assessment, So you need to learn how not to behave like people who are behaving badly. You must learn how not to behave like them. So the first one is project yourself mentally into other people's circumstances to improve on your people skills. Always, whenever as a leader, as an influencer, always project yourself mentally into other people's circumstance. How could they be feeling? How is their finances? Could it be that their behavior, could it be that their attitude is because of what is going on in their house, in their finances, in the lives of their children, or in their relationships? Is that why they're coming across like that? That will help you. So you are not judgmental, so you are understanding, so you can embrace everybody. Number two, you must kill assumptions to have good people skills. You must kill assumptions. Do not assume. If you see people, do not assume. Find out what is going on in their life. Number three, adjust your expectations and your perceptions of people. Always adjust. It is very important. Don't see an African man so African man, Nigerian man is out there. All of them are all fraudsters. No, you don't see, I have seen an Indian man, he is like that. No, I have seen, an Englishman, he's like that. Don't. That generalization um, is not good. That's what we call stereotype. You must grow beyond stereotyping people. Go beyond stereotyping people. Don't just see someone and just make blank assumption that because I have met somebody who is like that, I have met a girl who bore such name, she turned out to be this way. I have met a man who was like this and turned out this way. So this person coming will also turn out that way. things don't work that way. As a leader, you must be somebody who is broad-minded. You must be you must be your outlook must be broad. You must give people a chance to prove themselves. Don't make assumptions. Don't just swallow what somebody tells you. So that's it. Number two, kill assumptions. Then adjust your expectations and perceptions of people. So see good in everything. See good in everybody, no matter what you have read about them, no matter what you have seen about them, and pick up the good. So if you are a manager in the office, if you are a pastor, if you are a supervisor, whatever, you are an influencer, when you meet people, please, whatever you have heard about them, that's fantastic. Keep it aside and find out by yourself. Engage with them. Don't, I said, adjust your expectations. Do not expect too much from people. Do not expect too much. Your perception of them. Give room that they may disappoint you. They may fall short of your expectations. It will help you to treat people well. It will help you to be a people's person. It will help you to make people gravitate towards you. A lot of people don't gravitate towards them because they are unapproachable. Because they judge people in their mind and, oh no, I don't think I can. Like today, we were on the streets. As a pastor, we were preaching on the street. And one of the young people that I was talking to, when you look at him and his dressing, you will conclude that that young man is a gangster or that he does drugs. But he did, when I spoke with him, I was very open. I spoke to him like a mother, and he was open. I discovered that he's far from all those things. He is far from. So you must adjust your expectations always. Do not always have that perception that, oh, she looks like that, he looks like that, this person comes across like this person comes across. No, until you meet with them, until you engage with them, don't have that perception. Number four, I say you must be empathic. You must be somebody who cares. Don't just be a leader for um, for profit. Do not put profit above people. People may come to you and they at the height when the business is, you need the person may come up and say, I'm sorry, I can't be at work today because I don't feel well, because something is happening in my home. Do not sack them. Do not be angry with them. Do not discount them because of that. Be a human. Be a human. Be that person who can show empathy. You can put yourself in other people's shoes. It will help you as a leader. It will help you your heart. It will help how you come across. It will help you to build a team that can work together, because yourself, you are the core. You are the core of that team. As a leader, you are the core. So if you sympathize with people, those who walk around you will also be the same way. So number five I mentioned is you must always wear your smile. You must always wear your smile, because your smile, your face is your billboard. Everybody wants to advertise. So if you want to advertise yourself, you must wear a smile, because your face is your billboard. Don't say now I am the boss. So no more smiling with anybody. So your subordinates, anytime they see you, you are frowning, you are bossy, you are walking around as if like peacock, as if there's nobody like you. No. Carry that smile, that poor man that you are looking down on, that gate man you are looking down, that cleaner, that may be what will carry them through that very day. You know what will earn you respect as a leader? It is that when you are kind, when you smile, when you are approachable, when you are um, compassionate, people gravitate towards you. People feel easy, find it easy to come to you, and they will do the job gladly. Then they will respect you. But when you are showing people that I'm the boss here, I call the shot here, this is my company, I tell what, I dictate what. When you start speaking like that, you don't carry smile when you're talking like that. You know what happens? Your staff will just be enduring working with you. Any alternative they get, they run off. Then you keep on, you have to be recruiting and recruiting people. Today you recruited 3 months ago. Now those people have left. You don't know why they're leaving. It may not be because of the salary. It is the environment you are creating. Maybe the environment has become toxic because of how you are carrying yourself around like a peacock. You don't smile. So carry smile on your face because your face is your billboard, and let your billboard be a smiley one. Your smile always is your unspoken and powerful communication. When you smile, you are communicating something to people around you. So, a leader, you must always carry that positivity because your smile conveys positivity. It conveys faith. Your smile conveys kindness. It also conveys concern for other people. It conveys your inner feeling. When you smile around somebody around you, you make them feel wanted. You make them feel valuable. But when you are frowning before in the presence of people, they don't understand why you are frowning, and that can put them off. That can discourage them. That can unnerve them. So I pray that you take this in. That as Gareth Southgate, okay, Ruffy, say hello. Say hello. Yeah, okay. Yeah, hello, Rafi. Yes, yes. Like Gareth Southgate is successful today. You shall be associated with success because you have the people skills. You have the people skills. If this helped you in any way, if you learned anything, please do leave a comment for me. You go to my YouTube, Chika Amadi, and subscribe. Because I do this regularly on the masterclass, the leadership masterclass. I look at different issues associated with leadership, and most of them will help. You can also look at the ones we have done in the past, and also so that you also know when I'm broadcasting again. And also on Instagram. Yes, do leave a comment for me. If you have a question, also please leave your question, and I'll attempt to answer it and reach out to you. Thank you so very much. Your time with me means a lot for me, and I pray that you will achieve your dream as a leader. God bless you. Okay, this is Chika Amadu. Thank you. Bye bye.